I mean, you travel, like that's part of it.
Yeah.
Like you can't just stick around LA and wait for the phone to ring.
Yeah.
You just can't. And I remember
even though the moment you leave, it does.
if you want to book something, book a non-refundable ticket out of the country and you will get a job.
Yeah, it's
Guaranteed.
Oh, I know.
One year I decided to raise money for APLA by running a marathon. And
Okay.
I just want to know if I could do it because in my head that was impossible for me to run a marathon.
Yeah.
I'd run a 5K up to that point in my life.
That's a big jump.
A real big jump. And you train for 6 months.
Oh, at least.
You start at 3 miles and then you just gradually get to like 20. I think the most I did it was 22 and then it's a marathon. And I had booked a ticket. It was the Marine Corps Marathon in DC, which is they're 3 hours ahead.
Yep.
And race time was 8 a.m., which was 5 a.m. to us. And I was leaving. I was trying to leave 48 hours before race time just to try and acclimate.
Right. Smart.
And my agent called and said, Mike Figgis wants to see you for this movie he's doing.
Oh, geez.
And I was like, I trained 6 months to do this marathon. And my best friend was meeting me in D.C. With her toddler child. She was bringing a toddler child. Is that what they're called?
No, I don't know what the proper term is, but
the size of kid that goes in the rolly thing, whatever size that is. I think that's a toddler because infants are when they don't do anything.
No idea, but I want to hear the end of the story.
Anyway, I know so much about kids. Played a mother of 2 for 2 seasons. So I lied and I said they knew I was running the marathon.
Yeah.
And they said, can you try and change your ticket so that you can meet Mike Figgis? And I basically said,
pause. Like it's so important that this movie's suddenly going to be made in the next 2 days that you have to meet with them now?
It seemed urgent because they were shooting on Monday.
Oh, they were? Okay.
And my race was on Sunday. I believe. And I basically, it's traumatic to me right now. And I actually know what happened.
Oh, geez.
Because it happened to me. I basically made the decision of like, you know what? I've said yes to my job my whole life. And for this one time, I'm going to say yes to my life experience, which is this marathon. And I lied and I said, I'm sorry, I can't change my ticket.
Yeah. Ooh, is this exclusive?
Huh?
Is this exclusive? Have you said this before?
I love my agent. No. And oh, shit. Woo! I love my agents. I really love them. But it was the first time he was upset with me. Oh. And he goes, you're making a huge mistake. You're making a huge mistake. And I did meet Mike Figgis. I went to D.C. I ran the marathon.
Hell yeah.
I finished the marathon.
Good for you.
My friend and her toddler child in the thing with the wheels on it met me at the finish line. And she's like,
that's amazing.
Let's go have dinner. And I was like, great. And I went back to my hotel room and my agent had called and said, can you come back tonight? Mike Figgis will meet you in the lobby of, not the Mondrian. What's the Chateau Marmont? He's staying at the Chateau Marmont. He'll meet you in the lobby.
Okay.
Sunday night.
Yeah.
And I lied.
Oh, gee.
And I was like, I can't. I mean, I couldn't. I might have
just ran a marathon. You were
and my friend flew to meet me, and there was just no way because I had said no to her I've known her since I was 11.
Right.
I've said no to her and yes to work our whole friendship.
Yeah.
And this one time, I just couldn't do it. Maybe that's a time when he screamed at me and said, "You're making a huge mistake." But anyway, I said, "No, I'm so sorry, I can't."
Good for you.
And then he called back and he said, okay, Mike Figgis just told you to show up Monday morning.
Wow. That's amazing.
So I got back.
Power reversal.
No, I mean, it was like.
You did like a reversal suplex.
And I flew back to Los Angeles late Sunday night. and I left my car, my Honda Civic, lights on, and so my car wouldn't start.
Oh, jeez.
Anyway, I made it home, and I went to work the next day. I was in a lot of pain because I ran a marathon the day before, and I brought my finisher's medal just because I wanted him to know, like, I wanted to meet him. I just couldn't. I mean, I physically could, but I just couldn't for me, and it ended up working out. But I just said thank you. You know,
what did that end up being?
It ended up being an improvised movie called Time Code.
Oh, amazing!
And we rehearsed at Sony, and I showed him my finisher's medal, and he's like, hell
yeah. Where were you at in your career at this point? Was this something where you
beginning?
Oh, it was early, so you were really interesting.
I think
that's tough to do at the beginning. It's hard to turn things down.
It came out in '99 or something.
Wow.
Something like that.
Good for you. I applaud that.
Thank you.
It's hard. It's like my Asia trip. I was like, oh man, I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks. I'm finally going out 4 times a week. This is like going to kill me. And I just was like, fuck it. You can't pass up experiences.
The fact that you feel bad about it is enough.
Yeah.
Because most people don't care. They're just like, I'm out of town.
Right.
But the fact that you're conflicted, I feel, is enough that you actually have that balance. You can have that balance.
Yeah. Well, that's what this damn town does to us.